And you're going.
It's called we're 10,300 feet above sea level. And welcome to my channel. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Feel Good Pouring Station. And today, guess what? You can actually win this piece of artwork, but you have to stay tuned to find out how. So we are back painting or pouring, if you will, and we're doing another galaxy pour, and this is a tribute to New Mexico, as well as my fellow artists that will be with me at the Fluid Art Experience in Seattle, Washington. So I had the opportunity to go to New Mexico, and I saw some of the most amazing sunsets. And so this piece is a representation of the sunsets in New Mexico. These are my colors, and yes, they might be a little surprising, but I think you're going to really enjoy making this one with me. Garrick Brown Art Studio here, and you must be wanting to know how you can win this piece, and I'm going to tell you. So all you have to do is come experience the Fluid Art Experience with me in Seattle, Washington, along with some other amazing artists, and attend the live banquet, because each artist at the Fluid Art Experience is going to be giving away a piece of artwork as a show of love and appreciation to all of you all out there. So you have to go ahead and purchase your ticket. I have some spaces left in my classes. I'm really excited. I'm going to be teaching the blooms. I'm going to be teaching galaxy pours. We're going to be doing some transcript writing and a few other little things up my sleeve as well. So sit back and enjoy this video, and I'll talk to you very soon. So in this video today, I am using one opaque color. Can you guess which one it is? I am using a 2-to-1 ratio, 2 parts Floetrol to 1 part paint. You want to mix that paint up very well, and you want to let it sit or rest to eliminate some of the bubbles. And I've added one piggy in. So what you saw was a mixture of crescendo and your rose quartz from the TLP pigment line. And then after that, of course, it was some titanium white. All right, so I'm all about giving tips, and this is something that I don't think I've touched on very much, but this is my floor extender. I've talked about this a number of times. This is simply the same paint that I mixed to make my Galaxy pour, and I use this as a flow extender to help move the paint. Well, there are some other things um, that should be mentioned when we talk about our flow extender, especially if you are a spinner. So when you don't have an even coat on your canvas, it can affect the way the paint flows, especially if you use different flow extenders, so different colors. If they aren't mixed the same, one is thicker than the other. When you go to tilt, it's going to be harder to tilt towards the paint that is thicker, and especially if you spin. So that is something to keep in mind with this type of pour, especially when you're working with a larger canvas. If that purple color is a lot thicker and it's all in one spot, it's going to be hard for that paint to flow off the canvas. And this could work to your advantage, but it's just something I want you to be aware of as we tilt this one very, very slowly. You can even see it will affect the outside edges of your paint. If that paint runs into a larger puddle of paint, it moves slower. All right, so I told you in the beginning of this video that this reminds me of my visit to New Mexico. So I recently got the opportunity to travel to New Mexico. Never been there, never even had a desire to go. But while I was there, I was actually able to see some more amazing artists. There was another pouring event going on, the Fluid Art Boutique, and so I was able to see them and I got to explore. And one of the amazing things about New Mexico is its climate. It is very dry, but also the sunsets and the colors that are produced from the mountains. I mean, just on a trip to the grocery store, you can look off into the distance and see snow covered mountains. And it was just really, really breathtaking. I spent several days in Santa Fe as well as some time in Albuquerque. And I actually got to go on the Sandia Mountain, which is where I was at the beginning of this video, which is over 10,000 feet in elevation. And at the top of this peak, there is a restaurant. Yes, you have to take a um, pulley, like a little tram in the sky, to get to the restaurant. And it was just really, really cool. We sat down and, enjoyed our time there, got a drink or two. And it was just really, really pretty. It was a little nerve-wracking getting up there because the wind was really blowing that day. It was blowing at about 30 to 35 miles per hour, but we found out that they don't typically close until it reaches sustained winds at nearly 50 miles per hour. And so I was really, really glad that I was glad to get off. Let's just say that. But it was an amazing experience. I will say my ears were popping all over the place like popcorn. But if you ever get the opportunity, go to Santa Fe. Actually, just go to New Mexico. It was just a different experience, and I definitely, definitely want to go back. A very artsy place. So many people are artists there, and they're appreciative of the arts. I got to go to farmers market in downtown Santa Fe, and we had lots of great food. Um, Definitely lots of tacos. Lots and lots of tacos and burgers down in New Mexico. But it was very, very good. Also, there weren't whole lot of chains like you have your regular chain restaurants, but more mom and pop, locally owned restaurants. So we tried to visit mostly those. And I just can't say enough about my visit to New Mexico. One thing that I didn't get to do, they have a train in Santa Fe where you can actually ride for 2 hours and watch the sunset, and they play live jazz, different genres, and you can choose your ride. So that's something that I want to do when I go back. And so this painting reminds me of that experience. Look at there. Just love the contrast with that reflection. It reminds me of the sun and that permanent light blue, a master's touch. It is just adding the perfect touch and contrast to my colors there. Now, you may be wondering which one is the opaque color, and it is indeed the light blue. That top corner up there has some really cool effects going on, and I'm just doing some more tweaking here. So now that I am heading to Seattle for the first time, I will have to do a tribute video to Seattle. Now, there are several things in Seattle that I want to see. I want to see the first Starbucks. I know it originated in Seattle, as well as go to the Space Needle. Okay, so I mean, y'all can come too. You just need to book your ticket. Okay, little plane ride. Come on up and enjoy a great time. Okay, enjoy a great time. So I really like this orientation, and I love the contrast of that purple edge at the bottom. I'm so glad I didn't get rid of it. I started to, but as we go on for the close-up, I'm bringing you to the other side of the canvas to see that really cool edge. And upon doing that, now I'm kind of struggling on which way the orientation should go. So here is your close-up here, and we're going to flip the script and tell me which orientation do you like best, the first one or the second one that is coming up in just a moment. Check out those colors. Love that movement right there. That's another one of my favorite parts of the piece. It's just so natural. All right, so there is the very interesting corner there with those streaks of blue. And as we flip the piece and look at my sides, I just love this. All right, but look at this orientation. You have to tell me what you think. It looks like an asteroid is just breaking through. So I like the piece this way as well. All right, if you want to win it, you have to come to Seattle. And as our trailer plays, I want to remind you, family, do every single thing with love. Treat your friends, your family, and even your enemies with love. All right, give someone a smile, give someone a hug. It's completely free to you, and you just never know how you may make someone's day. We are still dealing with a pandemic, and we need more love. All right, so I want to give you a free hug. All right, that's my thing. I like to do those in person. So you need to go get your ticket. I am not going to say anything else about it in this video. So bye. Have a great day.